Hey, there we are. This is it. This is Waverly. We're here. That's it right there. It's big. It's intimidating. Get a look at that, huh? It just goes on forever and ever and ever. That's where we're going to be at. Right there. All right, test. We're here. We're in Waverly Hills Sanitarium. This is it. We're here. We're in the dark. I'm kind of doing some camera tests just to make sure that this is going to work okay. That looks pretty good. Hey everybody, we're here in the aftermath of our visit to Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Kentucky. We survived it. We want to talk about it a little bit. We want to see what experiences everybody had, and we really want to just kind of, hash it out a little bit and stuff. So, the one thing I did want to bring up was that it was a 6-hour event, and before we got started, we went for a tour. So they give you a tour of the whole building. You're not allowed to film or use audio during the tour. So there were a few things that we missed out on as far as the initial activity and stuff. So we took the tour, and what did everybody think of the building? What did you think, Bill?
I thought it was interesting and a little different than I expected. I thought it would be more falling down.
That's what I thought. I thought it was a lot better shape than I imagined it would be.
It is really good shape. So,
and I expected it to be maybe more closed in on the hallways and more construction going on. And none of those things were true. And
right.
I think the other thing I was surprised about is the calmness that I felt at Waverly.
No negative feeling there.
So after the walkthrough, they kind of let us go on our own. They were doing. There was Todd and Leanne that were running our tour and running our group, and they did a great job with the tour. But they were doing a thing upstairs where it's an area where a nurse had hung herself, and they were doing what they called a human pendulum, which is kind of a thing they do with they take kind of a medium or a focus into the center, and then they kind of use it to communicate with spirit, to kind of go back and forth. Well, I think that that was really interesting. We didn't really film it because we didn't feel it was right to film that, but I wanted to talk about it a little bit because it was a pretty amazing thing that we saw. And for Beth and I had both volunteered, and so we went up there, and Beth, you were on the left side of the first young lady, and I was behind her. And what they do is they kind of key your body as to let spirit in, and then they determine what your yes and no answer is based on how you stand and if you lean to a certain direction. And I think the first young lady's yes and no were direct, like left and right, yes. And then they proceed to ask questions, yes or no questions, and try to determine more of what was going on.
Are you male?
Yes, are you male, are you female? And just to narrow it down, and it was very cool because they felt they were talking to the guy who actually, they said, they thought possibly murdered the nurse, or at least helped with it. And it was interesting because they asked him to. They took another person in our group, and they had her hold up some fingers behind her back, and they proceeded to ask him to go, use his spirit abilities, whatever, and go and look at how many fingers were there, and she got it right. I mean, it was like, yep, it was 2 fingers. And so that was pretty cool. And I'm like, and I'm watching it all, and I'm like, I know there's psychology to this. I know there's a lot of stuff going on here.
But I do think we need to clear up one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You said suicide. And
Yes.
then you said murder.
Yes.
So you want to clear that up?
Yes. I'm not sure that they really have the reasons for it, but they believe that she was actually murdered, and it was not a suicide. And they've got a couple culprits, but there's nothing that, as far as I know, that's verifiable for that. So, for me, the story's always been suicide, and yes, they have good reason to think that maybe it's not, but will we ever know? I don't know that we'll ever know. So it could go either way, I guess. So the second segment of that, Beth got into the center as our medium or our connection or whatever. And Beth's responses were, and I don't remember what was yes and what was no, but she was to
back and forth, but I can't remember.
Was it forward and back?
But I don't remember which one was yes and which one was no.
I'm not sure either.
I thought it was like switched halfway through.
I thought it did actually, yes. So, because I was trying to do stuff and then I was wrong all of a sudden,
Right.
and then I was right again. Yeah. That's neither here nor there. So Beth, what do you remember of that? I mean, as far as going into it and stuff.
Well, they have you like focus, and I'm really happy that I focused high on the wall, because then I couldn't see their reaction or their body language or anything. And I didn't do that intentionally, it just worked out that way. And I was shocked that I was able to go in quickly, because usually I can't be hypnotized, and because of a trust issue. And then, I know the psychology too, so I was fighting them a little bit, I think, but it didn't matter, because I really do feel like I was taken over.
Yeah.
And it was a young lady named Sarah, and which is also the nurse's name that was murdered or killed herself. But this was a different Sarah. And she lived there. I guess she had a couple siblings there.
Yep, I think they said that she had a couple siblings.
And she had died there, I understand, from the brain.
Tuberculosis.
That affected her brain.
Yeah. Tuberculosis. It was a tuberculosis hospital.
I think the hardest thing was when they were trying to bring me out, which might have been a little too quickly. And I understand they have to do that. They have to keep her.
Right.
But she either wasn't ready to leave, or I wasn't ready to let go of her. I don't know which. And I just felt a great sadness, and that was a little hard to deal with, but it was fine. I mean, I was honored to help give her a voice.
Like I said, standing behind you, I actually felt some of that myself. As I was standing behind, I could feel that same sadness, and I knew it was hitting you pretty hard. And I was just kind of like, not me, I don't know. But it was rough. It took you a few minutes to recover.
It probably took me most of the night.
Most of the night, yeah. So,
by the time we left, I felt
yeah. So that was challenging. That was interesting. So,
and it was an interesting experiment. We talked about it afterwards.
It was.
About the psychology of it.
It's very interesting. But again, channel or psychic can go a lot of different ways. So.
here. We're on the 4th floor. If I can kind of see my way around things here. 5th floor, I'm sorry. Stephanie just corrected me. This is the, see if I can see it on here. Anyway, this is room 502, Steph?
Yep.
502. So this would be, it's very, very disorienting in here. I mean, I'm all turned around right now. Yeah, I'm just like super confused at where I'm at. Okay, now I see. Over here is the elevator. So this would be the spot where the nurse was hung. And I think what's interesting here is that when they were giving us the tour and they were talking about the nurse being hanged, the nurse being hanged here, I had a name pop into my head. And they did not tell us the name that they've gotten, so I'm kind of curious as to if it turns out the same. So, in fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, without anybody seeing this, I'm going to type in a name on my phone here. Okay, hang on a second, everybody. Everybody just hang on. I'm going to send this to myself, and only to myself. Okay, I'm going to type in the name that popped into my head of the nurse that hanged herself here. There. I think you can see that. Okay, I'm going to just send that to myself. And then later on, I think he's going to tell us, or at least we're going to ask and find out what they have gotten as far as her name and see what that was. So, who else? Somebody else said they thought they had a name, or no?
I did.
Did you? Send yourself a text message, and you can show the camera. And I won't even look when you show the camera. How's that?
Okay.
Let me set it up on the tripod. There you can see what you're
I'll
doing.
send myself a text.
Or whatever. Or just type it in and show it to the camera. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Whatever you want. Where?
I just saw it fly.
He likes the IR light.
I'll send it to Barry.
Okay. Just don't forget to show the camera. Show the camera. Can you see it on here? Can you see
I don't
it?
know if they can see it. Can you see that, people?
All right.
Okay, you should be able to see it. Well, I'll tell you what. Well, I'm sending it to you, so.
All right, because I'm just kind of curious, like, you know, what, I always tell everyone I'm not psychic, but we've been working on this stuff for a while now, so.
Oh, am I in your shot?
No. Barry's cameo. So yeah, so during the tour, we were kind of standing right about, I was here and I was getting like a crazy like vibe, like a static charge in my head. This is supposed to be where she hanged herself right here. But I was feeling a lot of energy in this area. I'm actually feeling it right
No,
now.
that's not even possible.
What?
32 degrees?
Probably
Is that where she hung herself? Huh? Bat.
Bat?
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys see him so easily. I can't see
Well,
him
he
that
flew right in
much.
my face.
Did he?
80 degrees. Got it. Now see, I'm gonna do it again because that doesn't.
Flashlight not working?
Yeah, can you shine me in this?
Here, you can have mine. I'm not even gonna use it. Except right now. 32 at the site that
You're on
you.
Celsius.
No, it said 80 a second ago.
I know, it's,
Steph, you want to take over on this for a minute, and I'll get the voice recorder out?
Okay, now do this. Of course, you supposedly hung yourself. You might have hit it. What is it? 79.
Okay, let's try and do a quick EVP. Well, there's nobody, I don't think there's anybody around us right now. I think we could be the only ones up here, actually.
Here, honey.
So it must be down on the 4th floor, huh?
No, this is where they said, didn't they?
They said 4th floor, one of them, he told us.
When we came up the first time for the tour, he said he was
did.
gonna do it here.
But when he was down in the parking lot, he said 4th floor. So I don't know.
I don't know. All right,
But I thought he said we're the nurse.
No, go ahead.
let's do an EVP session since we're here. Okay? Now, there are some voices. You can hear them to the right.
Yeah.
Those are people, so, okay. We're hoping to communicate with the lady that was hanged here. I'm sure you've talked to people before. We're really curious as to your name, because a lot of us got impressions of a name for you. I feel like you're here. Can you talk to us? Can you tell us about yourself? We're going to play that back.
Miss Carr's lights must come.
We're hoping to communicate with the lady that was hanged here. I'm sure you've talked to people before. We're really curious as to your name, because a lot of us got impressions of a name for you. I feel like you're here. Can you talk to us? Can you tell us about yourself? I don't think I got anything on that.
Okay.
Shut that down. So what do we think? Is this where they're coming from?
I'm confused. This is for the children. Well, this would be a good place to put it.
Yeah, this would be, yeah, this would be the children's area, they said down here.
I was wrong again, but I know it's,
What's that, Beth?
I think it's coming up. I think it's, I would say that.
Boy, the light just changes a lot, doesn't
I
it?
can't tell if it's my eyes.
I
So I
know.
think also the shadows from the trees moving with the wind.
Okay, that could be.
But I'm really just hearing stuff behind us.
Yeah, I thought I was too, but I didn't want to look.
Well, now people.
Oh shit, the light went completely away. Look.
Yeah, I saw it.
It was gone.
The one at the end was gone. Yeah, something crossed it.
We do have to be
Again.
careful because he said this is where that big black like energy is.
It keeps doing it. It keeps crossing the light. I mean, there could be somebody down there.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
I'm gonna go that way.
Yeah.
Steph, watch the camera for a second.
I'll stay with Steph. You guys wanna go down?
Hello?
I know. Especially light one out.
Is that more stairs?
Yeah.
Somebody down here?
Here on my arm, just seeing now.
Everything okay back there?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's just gonna fall out the window.
Don't fall out the window, Beth. It's like a little window kind of thing. I just heard footsteps behind me.
Is there anybody down there?
No. I just heard footsteps behind me.
Is there anybody down there?
No. I just heard footsteps behind me.
Is there anybody down there?
No. I just heard footsteps behind me.
Is there anybody down there?
No.
Yeah, see, I don't think the tree could make the whole light go away, because when you guys were in front of the light, it made it go away. But that's the only thing that would make it go away. I might keep getting touched. Jeez. This is like another way.
Hello?
That could be Sarah. She's still.
Okay, I just heard a noise to my right. There's a breeze blowing through, and this is a downstairs, so
I was going to tell.
It's over right here.
What?
It's like right here.
I gotta go in there, guys.
well, we can head down there
Well, you might
anytime.
want to do the third floor since it's the next floor down.
Right. I don't mind going
What's
and
on the third floor?
bouncing
Oh,
around a
yeah.
little bit. Isn't gonna bother me.
Where's the morgue? Is it here? Not the morgue, operating room.
Yeah, down at the,
No, it's on this floor?
yeah.
Well, let's go that way.
For the operating room.
Did you guys hear that?
What?
It was like a foot scuff that way again.
Sure wasn't me.
I don't think so. I don't think it was Barry either. It sounded like it was further down.
What's that red light? Is that your reflection from your camera in the water?
No.
Huh?
What, where?
On
Might be, there might be an exit
Yeah.
upstairs.
Tell you, I feel real apprehensive, like somebody's coming up on us. Like, I just don't even want to look away from that end down there.
well, there's no hurry. Oh, I haven't been to my recorder. Jeez.
Why?
I forgot to start my recorder. Did you start yours?
No,
Oh, Lord. We are a mess. I'll tell you.
Big text. Oh, it's big shadows on this.
Waverly, June 12th,
What was that?
13th
What was
actually.
that door opening noise,
What was
guys?
that?
That was Barry's parabolic mic.
Was it? Okay.
Sound like it's behind
I
us.
know it did. That's why I was kind of startled me
Waverly
because it sounded like it was there.
June, actually 14th. Ooh, 13th. Stephanie Berry, Daniel Beck. 2021. Fourth floor, walking towards the operating room.
We think. We're pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Place is just huge.
Yeah.
I feel like I could wander around for days and not find my way out.
That wouldn't be a bad thing. Well, maybe it would be. Sarah, if you're walking along with us, you can talk into this little thing I'm holding. And see the light, and talk into there. Tell us what you're thinking.
I just heard footsteps behind me.
Is there anybody down there?
No.